Hello, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting, and yes, we are in a different kitchen. Oh, sorry. Got a smudge on the camera. Right. Firstly, I just want to say a very quick thank you very much for all the wonderful messages I have been receiving from when I was in hospital, and also from some advice that I asked from you guys. I've had so much wonderful advice, so I just want to thank you for that very much. I have taken some advice from a lovely friend. Yes, I'm looking at you, Aileen, and I have taken another week off to just rest and relax, and I've come down to my daughter and son-in-law's home and have been spending the last couple of school days with some of my grandchildren. So that's really nice, and it's nice and relaxing, because when you're at home you just, you see things that need doing, so you do them. So here I'm getting that rest that I need, so I'm being good, Aileen. Right, so what we're going to do today is, after the sweetened condensed milk in under 5 minutes, it has been a very popular recipe. There's been loads of questions. I am going to answer some of those questions, and I am going to show you how to make dairy-free or vegan sweetened condensed milk. Now in New Zealand, I've looked in the supermarkets, I can't find dairy-free sweetened condensed milk, so I thought I'm going to try and make it myself. So some have tried using coconut milk powder, and using the other recipe that I did, and it's worked out well. I trialed this recipe a few weeks ago at home. I used coconut milk. When I came down here, I grabbed coconut cream by mistake. Now with the coconut milk, it worked perfectly, but it needed to be cooked longer because it's thinner, right? So I ended up cooking that for very, very slow simmer for around 20 minutes. The coconut cream that I made yesterday, so that I had this lovely batch that was already cooled down. I don't think you can see just how sort of thick it really is. Yes, it's a grey colour. So that's the thing with the coconut milk and the coconut cream, when you add the sugar, it turns grey. So, some may find it off-putting. I don't at all. The taste, I'm just going to put a little bit. It is obviously sweet. It tastes very slightly coconutty, but it's actually very, very nice. It's quite an enjoyable flavour, especially if you like coconut. If you don't like coconut, then I would imagine you could try it with, say, the likes of almond milk and all your other types of milk, because at the end of the day you can make it with just plain milk out of your fridge. And today's method is exactly the same for the coconut cream, coconut milk, or plain milk from your fridge. Now the ratio should be I'm not going to say 1 cup. Okay, so if you use 1 cup of sugar, it should be 2 cups of liquid. So with the coconut cream, it's a 400 ml, and I used 1 cup of sugar, so it's probably slightly over sugared. So you can cut back on the sugar, and we did it with the original recipe as well. I took it from, I think it was, I can't quite remember the amounts now, but I took some of the sugar out. I think it went from 2 cups to about 1 1/4 cups, if my memory serves me right. So we did cut the sugar down from that video, and yeah, we still got the thickness, and I also cut down the milk powder on that one. But this one's more about making it from your milk. So if you want to make it with just plain dairy milk, follow this recipe. The only difference is this can is 400 mils, so it's not double the sugar amount, if that makes sense. So it's 100 mils less, and that's okay. It's fine. You could cut down the sugar to 3/4 of a cup, and it will probably work just as well. All right, so so yeah, all we're going to need is the coconut cream and some white sugar. I'm sure you could try using raw sugar or you know, cane sugar. I probably wouldn't use brown sugar, although that would be quite cool to try, and I might even try that in another video where we try make it with brown sugar, because that would give it quite a nice, because brown sugar is only white sugar and molasses, so you can imagine that would give it almost a caramelly type taste. I haven't baked with this yet, but I'm sure it's going to be just the same as normal condensed milk. In fact, I'm going to have 2 lots of condensed milk now, so we may even do some baking tomorrow. I know the grandkids want me to make a carrot cake with them, and we might use some of this and make it, and I will let you know in the next video how it bakes up. Aren't I absolutely spoiled getting to work in this absolutely stunning, beautiful, brand new kitchen? Well, the house is a few years old, but it's like a brand new kitchen to me, because I'm working in such an old cruddy kitchen, so it's quite a pleasure to be working here. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Oh, it just looks so much nicer. So okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to cut down the sugar, and as I said, you know, you can try it yourself if you want it a bit more sugary. I've given this a good shake. Just going to pour that in. Now just remember, I will write up the recipe just like the other one and put it on the website. Just remember, it will turn that grey colour, and you will have to cook it for a lot longer if it's coconut milk. Coconut cream, you don't have to cook it hardly at all, because it's so much thicker. You basically just want to heat up that sugar, and once the sugar is dissolved, just keep it on the lowest setting of your stove, so that you don't catch it on the bottom, because it's very, very easy to burn. And then once that sugar's dissolved, then it's fine to put into your container that you want to use, and pop it in the fridge, and then it's just gonna be nice and thick and unctuous. Okay, so we're going to go and pop this on the stove. Oh God, I feel like I'm the luckiest girl ever. This is such a beautiful kitchen. Okay, so I've turned it down to very low. If you want to have it on high, it's fine, but just know that you need to really, really stir it a lot. So I've just got it down on a lower heat, and we just want to stir that. It's still only going to take 5 minutes because we used the coconut cream. If it was just normal milk, then it's going to take longer, but I will write up in the recipe. I might actually add how to make up a plain milk one in a recipe as well, but I'll link everything in the description. But this one is obviously the dairy-free, and it's also vegan because it's only used the coconut cream. So I can still feel it's gritty. And it is definitely something that you want to continue to stir, because as I said, it will catch quite easily. So I've used a quarter less cup of sugar in this one that we're trying right now. Like I said, yesterday's recipe was 2 to 1 on the fluid versus sugar. I'll also measure it out, and then I'll let you know how much we get. I can feel that there's no gritty sugar now, so what I'm going to do is just heat it up until I can see that it's warmed through and it's sort of started to thicken up a little bit. Right, I'll come back when it's ready to go. Right, I've just turned it up to halfway purely because I want this to heat up faster, but do it at your own risk. Alright, just know that you have to mix it really, really well, and if it starts catching, turn it right down. Be warned. And so yeah, basically all I'm trying to do is just warm it up so it's you know, nice and hot. You don't want to boil it. Maybe get it to a simmer and then take it off, and then that's it, it's done, because the sugar is already melted. So all you're trying to do is just thicken it slightly. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes so far, and I've just turned it up a little bit more. I reckon this could definitely be done under 10 minutes. I'm just being really, really careful not to heat it up too fast. Now, as I said, with the coconut milk and with normal dairy milk, you would pretty much do the same, but you would have it on, I had mine on the lowest setting, and I just simmered it very, very slowly for 20 minutes, and that worked out really, really well. So it's just a shame that I bought the cream instead of the milk, so this is why this is slightly different. Doesn't need cooking as long. Now I can see some steam coming off that now. I don't know if you can, but can you see it's just starting to steam up? And you can see it's quite thick. I'm just going to turn that off, and that's all I'm going to do. Now I'm just going to set that aside and let that cool right down, and then put it in a container. Put it in a container and then refrigerate it overnight, and that's it, it's done. So I'll just show you. See, it's quite fluid still. If you want it a lot thicker, so that's it after it's been in the fridge. If you want it even thicker than that, you'd have to cook it for a little bit longer, just so that it can thicken up a little bit more. But in my experience, now that I've made literally so much of these condensed milks, that you don't really need to, because of the high sugar content to fluid, it thickens up once it's in the fridge. So it's not like a sugar syrup where you're boiling it for ages to thicken it that way. So that's it. As I said, the recipe will be the recipe and the instructions, because I feel like I'm not explaining it the best way. If you've been around here long enough, you know that my brain goes off on tangents. Chung, chung, chung. I sometimes think that my daughter is like, when she's editing these videos, and this is her place, she will like, oh, Mum. So yeah, I'm just put this aside, as I said, pop it into a container or a jar, pop it in the fridge, and it's ready for you to use the next day. Now I put it into a container, and there is 2 cups of sweetened condensed milk here, or 500 mils. Grams, I'm not sure. I do know she's got a, what do you call those measuring things? Scale. I do know she has a scale, but I'm not sure where it is right now. Alright, so yeah, it's that easy to make your own dairy-free sweetened condensed milk, and I hope that it answers a few of your questions. So yeah, a lot of questions about, can you make it dairy-free? There you go, I've showed you can. Another big question was, can you use skim milk powder for the original recipe? Go for it. It's just going to be less fattening. Great. You're chucking in a whole heap of sugar as well, so who knows? Others have tried other types of sugars with success, so you know, like, don't be afraid to experiment yourself. I'm very big on people experimenting. So this is just the base recipe. If you want to tweak it yourself, absolutely go for it. Try almond milk. If you want to try almond milk, use the same process as what I've just showed you, and let me know how the almond milk worked for you. Like I said, because it's a high sugar thing, you just got to be really careful about how hot, oh yeah, I did turn it off, how hot you have that stove, and just stir, or use a whisk or something like that, and you will be absolutely fine. Just remember that it is going to be quite fluidy, and you're going to think, oh, that's never going to thicken up, but the next day does coat the spoon. See, can you see how it coats the spoon? And that's thick enough for baking, absolutely thick enough for baking. All right, thank you for joining me in this stunning, beautiful kitchen, and feeling so much better. I'm feeling more energized, and we will be back in the kitchen next week, and we've got to do our shopping trip, and I look forward to seeing you. All right, take care, and thank you, and bye for now.